A commonly asked question that the Redtail training team receives about the calendar is in regards to the privacy options. Questions such as, for private business related activities, if I set the privacy option to only me, is that completely private and truly only visible to me? Let's explore a little bit more about what this means. Here I am in Redtail CRM. I am on the calendar tab and I am logged in currently as Haley Mandro. I'm going to go ahead and create an activity for the 1 o'clock time slot today. I'll go ahead and enter in my subject. In this case, we will call this the secret private meeting. And I'm going to choose the create and edit option to add privacy settings to this activity. So in this case, I will go ahead and choose the just me. This would mean that in order for you to view any activity details outside of the time and the fact that it's a private activity, you would need to be logged in as Haley Mandro to see that. Note that even if I go ahead and add a user here, like for example, Leonidas, even though Leonidas is parts of the activity, if it is assigned just to me, only Haley would be able to view the details. Leonidas will not be able to. However, if I choose the only attendees, now both Haley and Leonidas will be able to see the activity details, but no one else in the database will because they are not added as an attendee to that activity. Let's go ahead and stick with the just me for simplicity's sakes and explore a little bit of what this looks like. I'm going to go ahead and save the activity. And we can see here, if we go down to the 1 o'clock time slot, the secret private meeting has been added to Haley's calendar and is completely visible. Now, if I were to log in as a different user, for example, now I'm logged in as Austin. If I go ahead and give it a refresh, notice Austin was not added as an attendee and is not Haley Mandro. So we see here that Austin can see that there is a time that has been booked out. We can see that it is a private activity and we can see who the attendees are. But if Austin wanted to click into that and to view any more details, he gets an error message saying that he does not have permission to view this activity. So outside of seeing the time, the fact that it's a private activity and who that private activity belongs to, Austin has no access. Again, let's look at Leonidas's side of things. We remember that Leonidas is actually added as an attendee to this event, but because we set it to just me, even though Leonidas is part of the activity, he's not able to view this activity. So, for example, if we want to set up a meeting between two different users, we want to make sure that when we set up the privacy option that we're setting it to only attendees if we want multiple people to view it. If it truly is just for you, choose the just me option. Now, if we go back to Leonidas's calendar, refresh the page, we can go ahead and see that the permissions have been updated and now Leonidas is able to click into the option because the privacy option was set for just these attendees. Now, let's explore a popular follow-up question that is also asked. So for business activities that pertain to a team, if we were to create a team and add the privacy option for the team, would those only be viewable by those on the team? So talking about teams this time, let's go and explore what a team is in Redtail CRM. So here we are as Haley's login. We're going to go ahead and create a team within the database. So we can go to the name in the top right-hand corner. We're going to choose the Manage Your Account option. And we're going to scroll down to the option that says Manage Database Users and Teams. Please note that you must be a database admin in order to access the Manage Database Users and Team option. Once here, we can toggle over from users to teams, and we can add new teams to our database. For time's sake, I'm going to go ahead and use a team that's already been created. We're going to use Haley's Heroic Helpers. Notice if we expand this, we have Malcolm, Leonidas, and Haley. So Leonidas is added, but notice Austin is not. So let's go ahead and add another super secret meeting to our calendar. We're going to go ahead and choose this time. Let's do same time. We'll do Friday at 1 o'clock. Okay, so again, we're going to have a follow-up secret private meeting. Okay, we're going to go to the create and edit options. And this time, I'm just going to go ahead and set the privacy option to only this team and choose the team for Haley's Heroic Helpers. Now, please note that Leonidas is not added as an attendee in this case, but he is part of Haley's heroic helpers, so we'll explore in a second if he's able to view those options. So let's go ahead and save this activity. And now we'll go ahead and look and see what it looks like from another user's perspective. So here it is, Haley's calendar, follow-up secret private meeting. Let's go to Austin's calendar. We'll go ahead and refresh the page. Now remember, Austin is not part of Haley's heroic helpers, nor was he added to as an attendee to that activity. And so for Austin, it's still going to show just like the other one as with a secret private meeting. So 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock, the private activity for Haley Mandrup is not visible by Austin's login. Same thing if we go over to, oh, sorry about that. Let me go ahead and save this. If we go over to Leonidas's, however, we do have access to see it. And that's because Leonidas is part of Haley's heroic helpers. He does not need to be added as an attendee to view this, but just by the fact that he is on the team, he is able to view those on the team. But for those who are not on the team, such as Austin, it just shows up as a private activity. And then, of course, we're not able to access any more activity details beyond that.